Greetings, my global family, in the name of the all light and love, the one infinite creator Adonai. This is the fourth try on this video. A couple of them I made a mistake by some wordings, so it did not get published. And a couple of them I had to delete it halfway because the words pop out. So the purpose of this video is to tell you what happens to people who receive the injections that's being offered to them. However, before that, I wish for all the dark entities who control our life at the moment, or want to, or think they can, all the people who function with the Luciferian agenda, I wish them love, light, peace, and joy. I do not accept them. And I pray that they would come to the light of the one infinite spirit. Now, what happens to these people who have received the injection? Here, on top of our head, we have the chakra. This chakra is in charge of receiving a channel of light from Cristos Sophia channel. This brings out the light of the spirit into our being. This chakra, the crown chakra, is not under our control. We can't do anything to it. It's there. It's the grace of the Great Spirit. So via that, we become full of spirit. And the more we understand, the more we walk a spiritual path, which basically means a path of honesty, guardianship, and unconditional love. A path of contemplation and meditation and prayerfulness. This light body increases within us. Now what happens to these people who have got the injections? We know there's a lot of the stuff that are in there. You know, there are pages and pages of what could be inside these chemical compounds and this and that. And there, of course, there's a lot of it we don't know. And those that we don't know, they would not even have necessarily a substance. They could be like black magic hexes. So when they do that, when they receive it, like a switch, it turns off their crown chakra. So the people, this channel gets shut off. Of course, they continue. They look their own self. You know, they do their daily things. They never were aware of their energy body to begin with anyhow. But if you're around them, you see them. I particularly watch few that I know, that they were quote-unquote friends, and I run into them. I make my conversation as short as possible, and I tell you why. But I see that daily more and more of their light disappear. They become more and more depressed. They become more and more gray if they're older. Some of them I can even see the shadow of death around them. It's very unfortunate and heartbreaking. So to find out exactly how they affect us, I made an experiment. I made myself a guinea pig and went and hung out with 4 people for a whole week in close proximity in one house that had received their black magic. Now, I'm no spring chicken to meditation and sealing and spiritual sealing and keeping connections and all the rest of the stuff. However, it was truly a challenge to maintain my energy body cohesively and harmoniously, and my physical body, which is the result of our energy body, not backwards. Okay? This isn't here and then the energy body. No, the energy body precedes this. This is only an illusion. This physicality is an illusion. It's a dancing thought of our higher self that manifests here. So, and where I noticed it was mostly in my structure, neck, shoulder, hips, and in the legs. And why? All right. Now, these people that I was with, as the energy body shuts down more and more and more, they become like a black hole for energy. So as I communicate with them or associate with them, it's like my energy body gets sucked into this black hole. And it keeps pouring there. No matter how much I seal it, it pulls. It has gravity. So my energy body kind of gets wobbly. Now, what exactly our energy body manifests first is in our nervous system. Our nervous system is that vehicle within our body that carries the electrical energy, impulses of energy. It mainly comes from our neck into our arms, and then from the foramens in the hip through our legs. By the end of the week, I could hardly go up the stairs or go down the stairs. I would shake like I am 5,000 years old. I couldn't wait till the time that my flight was ready for me to come back. It took me probably about a week to 10 days to recuperate, to come back to myself, energetic, doing exercises, walking, moving. And now, if I walk downtown, with thousands of people who think Ah, they got a one up on this virus. They've got the, you know what? They have received, you know, and now they don't have anything to worry about, which is laughable. And then, as I walk around, I come the same thing. So, immediately, my back is out, my legs are start aching, so I have to again recheck, and recorrect my energy patterns and things like that. And I was accompanying a friend to the library. The man was trying to go into the library, and they stopped him and said, "Sir, you got to wear a mask." He says, "What do you mean? I've got the. Why should I wear a mask?" "Yes, you got this, but you're still a slave." And that's how they regard us. Sheep, cattle, things that they own and things that they control. So more and more that our trust has to be with the Creator. More and more our heart has to embody the Creator. And more we have to embody the light and the love of the Creator by being prayerful, by being cognizant of the presence of the Cristos Sophia channel. It has to become a matter of discipline. We can't just meditate in half an hour, be in light, be in that space, and then forget about it. We have to discipline ourselves to be cognizant of it 24/7. We have to get better. Not a portion of time in the morning, a portion of time in the evening, maybe a portion of time in the afternoon if we're lucky and we have some time. But at all times. So, my brothers and sisters, this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to inform you of the action that I felt. I shall go back in 6 months or so to see if there is any reduction of their effect on normal human beings. And then make an evaluation and then make decisions properly. And meanwhile, hopefully by then, I have become stronger in maintaining my connection with the Cristos Sophia channel on a constant basis. Nevertheless, I've mentioned to you to watch that movie Stand from Stephen King. The movie was done, the original one, in 1992 or 4, and I recommend that one, not the newer version. And in it, the people who were with Christ and God had to make a stand against people who go with the evil. And I think we need to do that too. We need to make a stand And that stand isn't a fight, isn't a grapple. That stand is a stand within our heart and mind and spirit to stay with the Creator. To give ourselves completely over to the grace of the Great Spirit. And seek protection from there. Meanwhile, eat well, exercise well, and at all cost, avoid anything that has to do with the medical establishment. Everything they have done devalues human life and spirit. God bless emergency medicine, those who sew people up in this weird world that there's accidents and car crashes and God knows what, cutting themselves with chainsaws or whatever. Even that, we receive the most archaic form of their treatment. Those guys, if they get their arms cut off by accident, they can replicate it within a couple of hours. And they got it, but not us. But that's okay. That's okay. We shall survive this life, hopefully with a grace and with a heart full of love and a mind full of forgiveness and understanding. This life is only a flash, is a bat of an eye in the eternity of our life. They scare people with death. There is no such a thing. All of these manipulation out there is because they've got them to be scared of quote unquote something that doesn't exist, death. Our life is eternal. This is just the bat of an eye. So live it with grace. Live it with open heart, full of love, and a mind full of forgiveness and understanding. The Creator cannot be thwarted. No matter what they want to do. The cosmic clock has its own rhythm. They can't change it. They cannot manipulate it. Whatever they want to do. They are truly pitiful. We can have compassion for them. Of how stupid they are. Mind the judgment. But they are. But respecting the law of free will and the law of one, we allow them to be who they are and do what they are doing. So, every time they come to your mind with their evil doings, wish them love, light, peace, and joy. And the best protection is always connection with the Great Spirit and the Cristos Sophia channel of light within us. And seal that in your aura, that light and love. Meanwhile, play and don't isolate yourself, even from the loved ones that you have, that they might have quote unquote received their black magic. Because they don't know. I don't know if there would come a time that we must separate from them because our being would be jeopardized or not. I don't know that yet. I'm going to evaluate that in 6 months. But meanwhile, we do not want to separate them. That's another game I think they're going to play with us. Vaccinate, these people here, these people who are not there, still separate us. So we don't want to play that game of separation. But we want to be cognizant and aware and discerning. To protect our own light that belongs to the Spirit, not to these folks, not to their black magic. This is because as a human being, having the angelic DNA that we have this covenant with the Great Spirit and God to stay true to that. So stay within that luminosity. We shall see what we shall see. I don't know how this thing is going to end, but this is what it is at this moment. So, be well at all times. Take good care of yourself. Keep loving freely. Keep breathing freely. Keep living freely. Keep being free. I love you. I bless you. I give you a hand of the Great Spirit and the one infinite of the name. I wish you love and go with peace and joy. Blessings to all.